that we got to hit on. Texas,
Yeah,
Kansas, Texas big win over Kansas. Was this the upset of the year for you? It was for me, and I'm not talking about Texas beating Kansas. I'm talking about Marcus Carr dribbling the ball 21 times on the what ultimately was the game-winning possession, and then not shooting and passing it to Timmy Allen. That's the upset of the year in college basketball.
I mean, I will say this. This Texas team did not inspire much hope, but Timmy Allen is a star. Timmy Allen is the only thing about this Texas team that I like. I think
you're right.
Like, not even Chris Beard do I like. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I think
Timmy Allen is like this. He is the one person on this team that I'm like, I buy that guy.
Yeah.
Everybody else, get him out of my face.
I agree with that.
But I like Timmy Allen.
I agree with that.
And, I mean, it was good for Texas to get this win. I was happy for Chris Beard because I like Chris Beard that he got this win. But it wasn't easy. It wasn't pretty. Kansas did not play very well. I don't really take too much away from this from the Kansas side of things, but I think if Texas doesn't win this game, then we're really having a conversation about what is Texas.
Texas's best win before that was what? I don't even remember.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Nothing. I mean,
they
had
Tennessee.
to win that game.
They beat Tennessee in the SEC Big
Challenge.
12. Yeah, they beat Tennessee in a close one. It was probably that. They needed like a signature win, a definitive, like, you can't argue this is actually
a good win.
This is actually a good win. And they got it, but I haven't. I mean, I have nothing else to add on Kansas. I feel like I'm out of Kansas takes. I've offered all my thoughts on Kansas. I think they're a good team, but they're
flawed.
They are only going to go as far. They're like a better version of Wisconsin, where Agbaji and Johnny Davis are playing equal roles.
Yes,
where
I agree
those
with that.
two dudes are just like superhuman and are carrying mediocre rosters, which isn't bad. Mediocre's not bad. Mediocre is by definition middle, Tate. Bad is down here. Mediocre's right here.
Yeah.
So they got mediocre dudes, and then they got superheroes, and that's like their team. And when the superheroes are superheroes, they're really good, and when they're not, that's okay. I don't know. Kansas is not.
I'm not really even. This game was so like singularly driven through Timmy Allen that Kansas was an afterthought for me.
So because I'm sort of over Kansas in terms of like getting excited about a national championship or a deep March run. I've been long over Texas. Like, congrats to Texas on a great win here, but that's not enough for me to buy back into the idea of Texas being anything special. Where do we fall in the Big 12 then? Because like Baylor, I wanted to believe in, but it's kind of hard to ignore what happened in Allen Fieldhouse. Texas Tech is really the only team in the Big 12 that I get like excited
tournament
about,
wise,
and I cheer for, and I like what I'm seeing. I like the juice coming out of this team. That's weird because like the Big 12 is obviously deep and great, and there are a ton of good teams, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think Texas Tech is the team I trust the most in the Big 12. Kansas, I still believe in some capacity, but like you said, it's not as. I had Kansas a national title level team. I think Kansas at best is maybe knocking on the door of a Final Four.
Get to the Final Four and lose by like 11.
Yeah. Like
Kentucky,
they win the regional. That would be
they rematch with Kentucky in the Final Four.
There you go. I mean,
it's a little closer this time.
Yeah, but I could see Agbaji getting to a Final Four, but I just don't see them being the title team due to their deficiencies. But I
probably don't see Texas Tech as a title team, to be completely honest.
I can see them as a.
But they're just fun, and it's like there's like fun energy around the program right now, and that there's not fun energy around Texas's program.
No,
there's not fun.
Is there ever? Like, that's the problem with Texas. I've been trying to figure out why Texas basketball just doesn't do it for anybody, including the people that are playing for Texas basketball. And it does feel like it just is a burden. You know what I mean? And I think that's why Timmy Allen had my attention, because he seemed to be playing with joy, and I enjoyed watching someone in a Texas uniform play that way.
I told you, Texas is too fine with losing.
Yeah, too cool for school.
They lose and they're like, it's okay. Austin's a 6 city. Have you seen the property values around here?
And I'm still a 5-star
because everyone's moving here.
Yeah. I'm gonna be the next Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Texas fans don't really care. They shrug their Texas Tech fans treated a game against Texas as the biggest game in the history of the program, and it showed. And then Texas Tech beats the hell out of Texas, and Texas fans' reaction is just like, it's kind of lame that they care that much.
No, yeah, they literally were like, "Why do they care that much?" Texas Tech was like, "What'd you say?"
But that's Texas's. That feels like Texas basketball's entire
MO
brand is just like, it's kind of lame that you care that much.
Yeah,
they just say that to every team that beats them. Like,
And everyone's like, it's kind of lame that you suck.
You suck and you don't care. Why do you not care more? Ugh.
Come on, Chris Beard. Change it.
The Big 12 is in an interesting spot though, because it's similar to the Big 10 to me in that it's obviously a very deep conference, obviously a lot of really good teams. But if I'm trying to circle national title hopes, I'm like, man, this is slim pickings. Like on an individual level, I don't trust Kansas. I don't. Baylor. I get like I don't know. Baylor's got to win me back. Baylor can win me back. I think Baylor can find a way to win me back, but
I'm not out on Baylor.
Yeah, I'm not out on Baylor all the way yet. It's like kind of Baylor and Texas Tech, but Texas Tech I think is just more of like I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
Like I don't actually think that if you change their jerseys and change their story of losing their coach and all that, I don't know if I'd actually buy into Texas Tech as a national title threat. But I want to drink the Kool-Aid because it's fun right now. You know.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with the Big 12 and TCU. Shout out to you guys. You're having a great year, but come on.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. And there were a couple teams that I had interest in, like West Virginia, but Taz Sherman with the concussion, he's been out of games, You know, they're out of the conversation. Oklahoma, I was interested with them to see what Porter Moser would do in his first year. They're kind of out of the conversation. So
the national title conversation.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's
good years. You know?
But like
Iowa State is another team that's like awesome season,
great
very
story.
Excited.
Yeah,
about the future. It's not it this year. You're not winning the national title, and that's okay. That's okay.
Hey there. Thanks for watching Titus and Tate. For the full friend of the program experience, subscribe right below and come join us for all things college basketball. The action is heating up. Come join Titus and Tate.